So welcome back. You know, I said, I worry because I have sons, I have daughters. None of them married yet, but I start wondering, are my daughters so, mature and so independent that men are scared of them or what? Sonny, tell me.
Good question. Now,
but men are scared of some women, shall?
No, there are cases. It doesn't mean that it doesn't run across board like that. I think what you're looking at is our class of men or children. We're in the same category of class, What about those down there? What about those maybe upper? We have to look at the A, B, C, D and begin to, okay, what about a child, your daughter, who falls in love with a D-class son?
Where would they find them is the question.
Well, they do find them. The prince and the pauper, they do find them. What happens is whether the parents will agree.
Oh.
The parents never allow such things to happen. From either class, by the way, whether male or female.
But parents do these days because
her son is married to an Oyinbo.
No, we're not talking about racial differences. We're talking about class.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, because you see, when those children are educated, people always aspire to improve. They improve, and then if they're open-minded enough, they will accept that if they're given sausage and egg in the morning, it's not to try to pull them down. And if you give them boiled yam in the morning, it's not to say, I know that's where you're coming from, so that's what you're going to get. So for me, the point I'm making here is that attitude is a choice.
Very, very important.
It's a choice. Yes. And the reason you can talk the way you talk is because you're open-minded. Jude is also very open-minded, my husband. Yes. We can have a conversation. Money and who earns it is never a subject of discussion. It doesn't arise. If there's something to be done, it's done. Whoever does it, it's one of those things.
So what's your NGO doing trying to change such perceptions? You run, for the past 2 years, you run...
Yes, Youth Empowerment Forum. And, okay, look, what's causing this problem? Joblessness, unemployment.
More girls are getting jobs than boys.
It's not that true. Because, I had a class, the first forum we had about 1,500 plus people. The number of boys and girls was almost, okay, in fairness, the boys were more than the girls, Yes. But even the second edition, something like that. But what I found was that the job market or the labor market has become so, over-bloated because the jobs are not there. And when the jobs are not there, there's need for creativity. There's need for people to now begin to think of how to start business by themselves and become something of value to themselves and their family.
That's what your NGO tries to do.
That's what we try to do. It could be male, it could be female. It's not gender-related in any one direction. You understand? So because of that, I think I get people like her, yourself, come and share your encounter and how how was your success story? How did you go about it?
Assuming that we're successful.
Well, you are successful. That's what people are watching.
Isn't it?
Perception is key.
Yes.
No, but then,
perception is reality, as they say.
Yes, perception is key. And that means a lot.
Okay, so, but, Ifoma, on the other hand, you're trying to change the psyche of the male in particular.
Yes. My foundation is called Boys to Men Foundation, because I think that boys are falling...
Boys to men.
Boys to men.
Yeah, okay.
Men are refusing, to grow up or
No, it's not that. It's to influence and develop both boys and men to become better men, to expose them to various programs, leadership programs, public speaking, even etiquette, things like that, and to engage at a level that makes them comfortable being men, whether or not they're the breadwinners or not, because it's a matter of...
What's driving that? Is it win-based?
It isn't. It's just my observation that I'm worried about the boys. And it's not about the less privileged either. It's more middle class I want to deal with. Because everybody deals with the less privileged or with women. Yes. Nobody's dealing with the boys who are middle class. And I think there's a gap there that needs to be filled. And so Boys to Men is stepping in to do something about it.
There's something that she said that I really love the first time, which is the fact that when you talked about when I compared classes, yes. The truth is, when boys and girls, come out of the same school but not from the same class background, they become bonded friends. But when they go into a reality of meeting their parents, the first crack starts. Then the other class is the group of friends, the circle of friendship they make. You find that this one is saying...
Are you talking from experience, Sonny?
No, because
Your
I
kids
wish
are
I were,
still
really. But my kids, my son has a steady girlfriend. I'm just waiting for him to say, Dad, I'm ready. You know, same with my daughter. Now, the thing is, if these people come, they have parties, for example. You see some people come into the party. There's a way some of their friends look at those persons.
So how do
the question you're asking me, what am I doing there?
That's a function of etiquette, really.
Just take they should go to boys
It's a function of etiquette, which is just a part of it. I mean, for me, the more important thing is self-confidence, the ability to be who you are.
On
both sides. For the men, I'm worried, so I'm focused on the men. The women have, like WIMBIS and other organizations, you know, that deal with women in the workplace and help to empower and inspire them. So this is to inspire and empower young men and tell them that, really, you can't judge yourself from how other people see you. Who are you? And who do you want to be?
It's a question I must have to throw at Sonny. Is it that men your age are not giving young men the chance to grow up?
Maybe some men my age, because I also have a training school, but mine is not for building self-confidence in that wise, but
leadership. Mine is for leadership.
Well, mine is media and communication. Public speaking is one of them, where you actually develop self-confidence. And if you don't take the bull by the horn, you can't move anywhere.
No, the question is, are these men, these young men, why are they as confident? Why are they less confident young men than young women in Nigeria today?
It depends
or even anywhere in the world.
It depends on the parental background. Some men are very close to their mothers, or they're single parent mothers. And so there's always that fear of the unknown. They can't even talk to girls to say, I like you, I would like to go out with you.
So they're not confident anymore.
But I actually think it's that parents don't pay attention to the upbringing of boys and the way they do to the upbringing of girls.
Well, that's
you know, they just think that, oh, it's a man's world, they'll grow up and be a man. And so when mothers say to, for example, or even fathers that, oh, sowing their wild oats, I'm thinking with whose daughters?
Whose child?
Yeah.
With whose daughters?
I mean,
so you cannot speak like that to a boy child. You have to teach him to treat women with respect.
Do the mothers know? Or the parents, do they know
Perhaps
that
they
the
don't
role
know.
they have to play?
Perhaps they don't know, which is why they need to be taught. And so there are a lot of parenting programs these days and classes. Parents and mothers have a critical role to play if we're going to change the way our boys, our male children, think. And if we're going to give them confidence, it doesn't come from just being a man, that you're a male specimen. No.
So, Tony, do you agree with how, say, men are raised with a sense of entitlement? Maybe you're a bad example.
No.
Because you are
I do have my sense. No, I'm a very, very domineering character, by the way. But I do not...
You wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Your wife is well-loved, man.
Well, I'd ask her. She will probably tell you the other side of me. But then I think being fair and objective is supposed to be a virtue, really. You know, but sometimes you find the traditional demands, cultural demands of male child being the man of the house. I tell my son sometimes, hey, listen, you're the man of the house. I do tell him that.
But that's from the point of view of responsibility. That's different. Man of the house, responsibility, that's different.
Yeah, you know, how are you the man of the house? For example, you see a lady, there are certain moves you must make to show gentlemanliness or genteel attitude. You know, so the point I'm trying to make is that I want to say that men have no reason to be afraid of their shadows. They have no reason to lose confidence in wanting to tell a girl I love her or I want to go out with her. There's no reason for that.